Self-Care September, Friday the 13th, and a full harvest moon this evening. So today we are going to talk about full moon manifesting for Self-Care September. I know that a lot of us don't pay attention to the moon cycles. They don't pay attention to the geometric patterns and things like that in the solar system, but believe it or not, they really do affect everything on our planet, from magnetic poles to the waves, the weather, the storm patterns, and all of this stuff. And that is exactly why the full moon and the moon patterns affect humans, because once again, as I go back and to all these other videos, we are part of this earth. We are made from this earth. We are the same elements and minerals as this earth, so we are affected very much so by the moon cycles as well. Some of this can be great, some of this can be negative. It all sort of depends on what kind of energy you put into it, because energy is life. So full moon manifestations are what we're going to talk about today for Self-Care September. Basically, the short of it is you write out what you want, you write out your goals, you write out anything sort of if you want to have more patience, if you want to earn more money, if you want to, do these things in your life, if you want to grow your hair long, if you want to find love, or whatever it is that you're interested in, you manifest. So basically you put out that energy, and then it in return comes to you. So in full moon manifestation, there's so many ways you can go about doing it. Really, I encourage a person to do it based on their heart and how they feel, and like what it is that they want to do. We'll go back to the fact that I'm a Taurus, I'm an earth sign, and I really do a lot of grounding and earth stuff. So when I do my manifesting, I burn it and then put it back to the earth. So I burn it and then put the ashes into the earth, and that's just because I'm giving it back to the earth. The earth is my giver, and I am putting my intentions there and creating that so that can grow. So with manifestation, intentions, to-do lists, goal charts, dream charts, vision boards, whatever you want to call it, that's kind of what this self-care is about today. These thoughts and ideas and feelings and things that we have going on in our head can all come out of our head and be real in life. So if we really want to, per se, go to school for something, or we want to own this type of car next year, or we want to find ourselves in a different environment, work-wise or friendship-wise, we have to kind of put that energy out there. We can't sit at home and say, hey guys, I want a new friend circle, but I never go anywhere or do anything. That's kind of me. But I don't go anywhere. But anyhow, you have to change your output of energy and output of behavior to acquire the things that you want. So Self-Care September is just kind of going to remind us here on this full moon to take time to do that. So for me, I write down a list of some things that I want immediately, like in the next month, some things I want in the next day, and some goals that I'm shooting for the next year. And sometimes it's just peace, or sometimes it's just to feel stress-free that I write on this paper. There are no limitations to the things that you can manifest or desire or create. The only limit is what we create in our mind. So the other things that you can do are burn some sage. There's lots of rituals online for full moon manifesting, where you're using different crystals, or crystals pertain to the energy that you're looking for. All of that is your choice. Truthfully, all of that is your choice. I use crystals sometimes, I use sage sometimes I don't do any of that. It really just depends, but I do consistently write on the full moon a manifestation list of things that I want, and always with the intent to do the work. That's kind of the other part of it too. So if I write on I want a Ferrari on my manifestation list, I have to be able to be willing to do that, the work to get the Ferrari. The Ferraris don't come for free. Otherwise there's consequences. So I have to be willing to work more, or get a better job, or take a business venture or something of that nature to be able to reach a goal to do that, or however it may be. So full moon today is Friday the 13th, which is the witch's day, and it only happens about every 20 or so years. So the energy portals from the moon to the earth is very open, I guess would be the easiest way to describe that. Open, which means that you are able to manifest your energy in a much stronger fashion because the energies are stronger now. So I really recommend writing down some things. It could just be 3 things. It could just be, I told my daughter to first start doing this. I said, hey, just write down 3 things that you want to have happen in this next month. Goals for yourself. I said it doesn't really have to have a limitation. You write the 3 things down, fold your paper in thirds, take it outside and burn it. She did, and she writes a full moon manifestation all the time now because in her very first month, the 3 things that she asked for happened. So whatever it was that she wished or wanted or manifested, it was actually the best word, because wishing is not what happens with manifesting. Manifesting is creating the energy to allow these things to happen in your life. So if you want to feel better emotionally, if you're just in a place where you're like, I just want to feel better, write it on the paper. I just want to feel better, and then go from there. You're not going to get, in my opinion, everything every time, because sometimes we want too many things. And sometimes we only get what we need. And so you have to manifest things multiple times. I also encourage people to take a full moon break. I know a lot of us have a lot of body pain and headaches and energy. So a lot of these other self-care methods on full moons that I've been mentioning are really good. The salt baths, things like that. Using the coconut oil body scrub with the salt will be really beneficial on a moon day like today. Let's see. And avoid all the chaos. Don't feed into it on a day like today where the energy is high and everybody can tend to be high strung around you. Just kind of take a deep breath and say, you know what, this isn't gonna control my life, and then that will help you make it through your full moon antics that are going around you. But yeah, manifest, write it down. If you don't want to burn it, if you don't want to send it back, sleep with it under your pillow. I'm a female, so I wear my bra. You can put it in your pocket. You can carry it in your wallet. Whatever it is that calls to you to put your visions and your dreams and your hopes and your goals and your aspirations out on paper, and then what you do with them is kind of how your energy chooses to do that. So you carry it or you burn it or whatever. So manifest, everybody. Manifest everything you want. Get your energy right. Prepare to do the work. If you ask for it, you may receive it. So happy Friday the 13th, and we'll talk tomorrow.